Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a coaster, and for this one I've used star stitch in the middle and I've used two colors. Now the yarn is 100% cotton yarn and I've used my 3.5 mm of the hook. So let's begin. Okay, so for this particular pattern, we're going to take the white yarn for the first and we're going to make a magic circle here. Now for the magic circle, just put your yarn around your fingers like this and have the second strand of yarn at the back like this. Make an X here and put this second strand of yarn at the back, and now insert your hook in this position like this, and now grab the second strand of yarn through your first strand of yarn like this and turn your hook in this way, and that's it. This is your magic circle like this. For our round number 1, we're gonna do 12 double crochets into this magic circle. So for that one, chain up 3 here, so it's 1, 2 and 3, and now this chain 3 will count as our first double crochet, and now we are going to make another 11 double crochets into this magic circle. So for that one, yarn over, insert your hook into this magic circle and grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and that's the second double crochet. And now keep on doing your double crochets, and we're going to need 12 double crochets including our chain 3, and I'm going to meet you after my 12 double crochets. And here it is. We have our 12 double crochets for our round number 1. Now pull your loose end a little bit tight and it's gonna look like this. And now we're gonna insert our hook into our third chain. So here it is, 1, 2 and 3. So we're gonna insert our hook into this third chain like this, and now grab your yarn and pull your yarn through all your loops, and that is how we're going to finish up our this round number 1. Now for the round number 2, we're going to change the color of our yarn. So for that one, take the second color, whichever color you want, just take that second color and insert that color and attach it with your work. Now we're going to chain 1, and now this chain 1 will count as our first single crochet. And now we're going to insert our hook into that same stitch where we have made our slip stitch, into that same stitch, and grab your yarn and make another single crochet, and that's our 2 single crochets into that one stitch. Now for the next stitch, we're going to make another 2 single crochets, and now keep on doing 2 single crochets into each stitch from the previous round, and by the end of this round number 2, we're gonna have 24 single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you after my 24 single crochets. 2 single crochets into each stitch, and here it is. I have my 24 single crochets for this round number 2. Now for the round number 3, what we're gonna do, we will not insert our hook into this first chain. Rather, we will go here where we have made our this our second single crochet. This chain one is our first single crochet, and this is our second single crochet. So this is the stitch where you have made your slip stitch for your round number 1. So here we're going to insert our hook into that space and grab your yarn and make your 1 single crochet. Now if you want to put your stitch marker here, you can put your stitch marker so that you will remember that this is your first stitch. I don't need it, so I'm not going to put my stitch marker here, but that's totally up to you. So here we're going to cover up this round number 2. So for this round number 3, insert your hook into that stitch into that round number 1, and that is your first single crochet. Insert your hook for one more time into that space and grab your yarn, and that's going to be a little bit longer single crochet, and now make another single crochet into that same space. And now keep on doing 2 single crochets into each stitch from your round number 1. So remember, this is your round number 2 and we are not going to work on this round number 2. We are still working on this round number 1. So here, 2 single crochets on each stitch. So again, on this round number 3, you're going to have your 24 single crochets, but your 24 single crochets would be a little bit longer single crochets because you're covering up this round number 2. So here it is. I've got my 2 longer single crochets. Now I will go to this next stitch. Here it is, and I'm going to insert my hook into this stitch. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make my third single crochet. That's going to be a little bit longer single crochet. Again, I'm going to insert my hook into that same stitch. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make another single crochet. So keep on doing this. Keep on doing 2 single crochets into each stitch from your round number 1. And by the end of this round number 3, you're going to have 24 single crochets, and all single crochets would be the longer one. And I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I've got my 24 single crochets, the longer single crochets for this round number 3. And now I'm going to insert my hook into this first stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make my slip stitch here. And my stitch will look like this. Now again, we're going to change the color of our yarn. So here, I'm going to leave this yarn behind and I will take the white color, and it's already attached. I haven't cut this one. So now just take your first color, your yarn, white yarn, just tighten up this last stitch like this, and now chain 1. And now this chain 1 will count as our first single crochet. And now I'm going to insert my hook into this same stitch where I have made my slip stitch. So insert your hook into that same stitch and grab your yarn and make another single crochet. So here we got 2 single crochets. First is our chain 1, that is our first single crochet, and this is our second single crochet. Now for the next stitch, we're going to have 1 single crochet, and for the next stitch we're going to have 2 single crochets into that one stitch. So that's 1 and 2. Again, the next one we're going to have 1 single crochet, and the next one we're going to have 2 single crochets. And now keep on doing this pattern, keep on repeating this pattern. So it's going to be 2 single crochets and then 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets and 1 single crochet, and by the end of this round you're going to have your 36 single crochets. And I'm going to meet you at the end of my round number 4 with 36 single crochets. And here it is. After my 36 single crochets for my round number 4, I'm going to insert my hook into this first chain 1. That's my first single crochet like this, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here like this. And now we're going to change the color of our yarn. So for that one, I'm just going to leave this first color and I will take this my second color, and here I'm going to attach this second color. Remember, I haven't cut my color, it's here, and it looks like this from the back. And just attach this color. Now we're going to chain up 3 here. So it's 1, 2 and 3 like this. And now take the second chain from your hook, insert your hook on the second chain and grab your yarn, and it's going to leave like this into the third one and grab your yarn. Now we're going to insert our hook into this stitch where we have made our slip stitch. So insert your hook into that same space and grab your yarn, and you're going to have 4 loops. And now we're going to have this first stitch and the second stitch like this. And now you're going to have 6 loops on your hook. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now yarn over and pull your yarn through all your 6 loops, chain 1 like this. And now insert your hook into this eye where we have made this slip stitch. Insert your hook into that stitch, grab your yarn, turn your work, and here you can find this 2 string of yarns. We're going to take this back one. So instead of putting our hook in here, we will put our hook inside into this back portion here like this. And now take your yarn, insert your hook into that same stitch for one more time and grab your yarn, and now take this next 2 stitches. So it's 1 and 2. And now we're going to have 6 loops on our hook. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over and pull your yarn through all 6 loops. Chain 1. And now we are going to repeat our this pattern, and we're going to make our this half star pattern, and this pattern will be 18 on our this round number 5. So again, insert your hook into this chain 1 space here like this and grab your yarn, and you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Again, go at the back, and here you can find your first strain of yarn here at the back. So just insert your hook into that one and grab your yarn. Insert your hook into that same stitch where you have just worked in and grab your yarn, and now take the next 2 stitches. So insert your hook into the next stitch, grab your yarn, and into the next one and grab your yarn, and you're going to have 6 loops. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 6 loops, chain 1, and keep on repeating it, and you're going to have your this half star pattern for 18 times on this circle on this round number 5, and I'm going to meet you at the end of this round number 5. And here it is. I have my 17 this half star pattern, and I'm going to do it for the last time. So here it is. I'm going to insert my hook into my this chain 1 space, grab your yarn, go at the back strain of yarn, and then grab your yarn and insert your hook into your last worked stitch, grab your yarn and into your next 2 stitches and grab your yarn, and now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 6 loops, and now chain 1. And here it is. Now to finish up our this round number 5, I'm going to insert my hook into here, this stitch. You can see this stitch. After your chain 3, just insert your hook into that stitch, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here, and that's how we're going to finish up our this round. And now for the round number 6, we are not going to chain up our stitches. Instead, we're going to yarn over and we will insert our hook directly into this eye. You can see the eye of this star. So we're going to insert our hook into this stitch here, this chain 1 stitch directly into this one, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make our half double crochet. So we're going to have 3 loops. Now yarn over and insert, and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, and that's your first half double crochet. Now again, if you want to put your stitch marker here, you can put your stitch marker. To remember that this is your first half double crochet, this is your first stitch. I'm not going to need it, so I'm not going to put my stitch marker here, but that's totally up to you. If you want to put your stitch marker on, you can put your stitch marker on. Now here into this chain 1 space, we're going to make another 2 half double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab your yarn and make another half double crochet here, and your 3rd half double crochet like this, and your star stitch is been completed here. So now you can see a star here. Again, we're gonna skip these stitches and we will directly go to this chain 1 space, the next chain 1 space, and into this chain 1 space we're gonna make another 3 half double crochets. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Again, into the next chain 1 space, make another 3 half double crochets. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And here it is. We are finishing up our pattern. And now we are going to have our 54 stitches on this round number 6. And all these 54 stitches would be our this half double crochets. So I'm going to meet you after my this 54 stitches with my 3 half double crochets into each chain 1 space to finish up our this star stitch, and I'm going to meet you at here. And here it is. I have my 51 stitches, and I'm going to do my last 3 stitches into my this last eye of my this last star. So for that one, it's going to be your 52, 53, and your 54 stitches, and it's been done here. Now we're going to insert our hook into our this first half double crochet and grab your yarn and make your slip stitch here. And that's it. And now we're going to change the color of our yarn. So take the first color and attach it with your work, touching up your stitch, and now chain 1. And now we're going to do 1 single crochet on each stitch. So this chain 1 will count as our first single crochet, so it's going to be here. We have already worked on it, so we're going to go to the next stitch and insert your hook into your next stitch, grab your yarn and make your single crochet, and now keep on doing 1 single crochet on each stitch for this round number 7. And I'm going to meet you after my this stitches, and I'm going to have my 54 single crochets. And here it is. I have my 54 single crochets for this round number 7. And now for the round number 8. Now round number 8 is going to be our last round, and for that one, insert your hook into your this chain 1, which is your first single crochet. Insert your hook into that chain 1 space and grab your yarn like this, and now make a slip stitch here. So that's going to be your first slip stitch. Now chain 1. Now again, insert your hook into this next stitch and make a slip stitch here, and then chain 1. Again, into the next one, insert your hook, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch, and then chain 1. Into the next one, grab your yarn, make a slip stitch, and chain 1. And now keep on repeating this pattern. So you're gonna have your 1 slip stitch and chain 1 on each stitch from the previous round, and in total you're gonna have your 54 slip stitches and 54 chain 1. And I'm gonna meet you at the end here, and your design will form up like this. And I'm gonna meet you at the end here. And here it is. I've made my this last 54 stitches, and now I'm gonna cut the yarn and then secure my this last stitch, and I'm gonna put my this loose ends in, and I'm gonna meet you after that. We need to cut this one as well, and here it is. We'll put this one in, and I'm gonna meet you after that. And here it is. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.